So, it's very aggressive. That was an aggressive so. So, let's talk about bottle service. And not the kind that you get in a club, but how to sell a bottle of wine, how to open a bottle of wine, the whole presentation, everything that has to do with bottles of wine. So first, this is the weirdest aspect of it, but because of why you have to do it. But anytime a guest orders a bottle of wine, you want to repeat back to them exactly what they ordered. And then when you grab that bottle of wine, the best way that you can present it is to actually hold it in your hand just like this. You want to be able to present the bottle like this so that they see the label. And when you present the bottle back to them, you want to repeat back again what they ordered. I cannot tell you how many times that I have had guests order bottles of white wine, but what they really meant was the red bottle of wine that was a completely different producer. It's a weird thing that happens. It doesn't always happen, but the minute it does, you're gonna be like, "Ah, he was right." So you come back. This is Chateau d'Ussed 2018 Cahors, right? So if you ordered that, I come back. We have the Chateau d'Ussed 2018 Cahors. I go, great, perfect, awesome. So now is now it's time to open it. If you don't have to open it tableside, great. However, I will say that this is a practice I have found to be invaluable because you never know when you do have to do it tableside, and this is a very pro way of opening a bottle. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth does this matter? Well, if you're working at a restaurant and the chef is plating up this beautiful dish and it's so composed, and not even that it has to have multiple pieces, but it's thoughtful, it's intentional. That's why we do service this way. Is that it's very intentional and it exudes this level of confidence. It's professional. It makes people feel good. You feel good when things are intentional when you go to a restaurant, right? So we want to do that for our guests. So the first thing that you want to do, and this takes a little bit of practice, grab your wine key. When you open the bottle, you want the bottle to continue to face the guest, or the label to face the guest the entire time that you're opening it. So here's where the practice comes in. Rather than, you see the servers that like to, go around. This label facing the guest, notice that I have well, I don't know if you can tell. I like wine keys with longer knives. Basically because I'm gonna take this, go as far to the left side of the bottle as I can, and use the blade to cut the foil as far back as I feel comfortable doing. Then I'm gonna flip the knife around, using my thumb, hug that side of the bottle, like this, right? So more or less the label has been facing the camera this entire time. I like to use my blade to scrape up this top here. You put this into your pocket, apron, whatever. And then still barely has this changed. Then I go in and go to remove the cork. Once you've gotten that almost completely out, right? The cork. I like to just gently pry it out. It'll come out pretty easily, and you just hear that little pop. Very, very suave. Talk to you about serviettes. You've all seen the movies where they, hello, and then they do the thing. Don't do that. It drags across the table, gets into people's food. It's awkward, it's weird, it's dangly. No one likes a dangle, you know what I mean? So what you actually want to do is something that's maybe 2 inches wide, folded up just very tight. The reason for this is that it fits really well into your pocket, into your apron, back pocket, wherever. And as you're holding it, it's like guests almost don't even notice that it's there. You are going to open it. And then the other thing that you want to do is open-handed service. Not open-handed service is using, if the guest is sitting right here, is using your left hand so that they have to back up while you pour, right? Whereas open-handed is where you're kind of like you could go in for a hug with your guest. But you're gonna wanna pour a little taste, maybe 1.5 ounces, your nice compact serviette right on. Label facing the guest, whatever orientation that is. They get to try some. And then you move around the table and pour everyone. And you want to pour like 2.5 ounces, I think is a good general rule. Better to be able to top off a glass than get to the host and like, oh shit, I have to open another bottle of wine to pour you. If you are down to the last glass of wine, I think it's a great opportunity for you to ask, would you care for another? This allows for enough time for you to assess what they want, for them to order what they want, to get glassware down, grab the bottle of wine, before the next course hits. All right, I hope this helps you with bottle service. Cheers.